Good evening and welcome to Rock Chalk Park in Lawrence, Kansas. We've got some soccer here tonight as the Kaw Valley FC Cranes, 3-4-1 on the season, take on the Thunder Bay Chill all the way here from Thunder Bay, Ontario. They come in with a record of 2-2. Hi, everyone. My name is Nick McCabe, joined tonight by Andy Edwards. Andy, it's actually already the home finale here tonight for Kaw Valley FC. At least they're home in Lawrence. So our last game here at Rock Chalk Park tonight.
It is, and it's gone by so quickly, and we've seen this team really progress and develop over this last month or so that we've been out here. These Friday night games started very, very well against Winnipeg, a loss against Chicago Des Moines a couple weeks ago, and then a win against St. Louis last week. An opportunity to end on a high note here at Rock Chalk Park. What's been a great facility, a handful of great results as well.
Thunder Bay, as I mentioned, 2-2 on the year, but the defending champions in the PDL. So we'll see what Thunder Bay will bring here tonight to Rock Chalk Park. We'll have the opening kickoff for you here in just a few moments. It's the Kaw Valley FC Cranes and the Thunder Bay Chill coming up on Midcoast Sports Network.
As parents, nothing matters more than keeping our little ones healthy and safe. At Lawrence Memorial Hospital, we feel the same way. That's why we partner with Safe Kids Douglas County to provide free car seat safety inspections, because we know it's the little things that matter most. As your partner for lifelong health, we care for and about you and your family, encouraging safe and healthy decisions today and for a lifetime. Keep your family on the road to a healthy future at lmh.org/partner.
At Crown, we support the community and our Jayhawks. So we're very excited to help them find the perfect car. Stop by today and we'll find the perfect car for you. Crown Automotive, 3400 South Iowa, Lawrence, Kansas.
Meet Doctors Mark Scarborough and Tapas Ghosh. You may know them as two expert physicians from Lawrence Memorial Hospital. But to these promising young soccer stars, they're simply Coach. At LMH, our physicians serve as your partners for lifelong health. They care for and about you, encouraging healthy habits and good decisions for a lifetime. Our team is here to help you achieve your life goals and win the game. A healthy future starts at lmh.org/partner.
Your life is busy enough. I'll make taking care of your eyes easy.
Dr. Kevin Lenahan wants to make it convenient to receive the best eye care and eyewear anywhere. That's why The Spectacle has locations in Lawrence, Tonnanoxie, and Topeka. The highest quality eye care is what Dr. Lenahan and his staff provide. We work with most insurance plans and are open evenings and Saturdays for your convenience.
Let us give you the look you're looking for.
Dr. Kevin Lenahan and The Spectacle, providing you with the best eye care and eyewear anywhere.
The American National Anthem just wrapping up the Star-Spangled Banner here at Rock Chalk Park. It's a two-anthem night with the visitors from Canada here tonight, the Thunder Bay Chill. Long way from home, Thunder Bay, Ontario. Kaw Valley in their blue and white kits. Thunder Bay is in black and dark blue. And let's take a look at their starting lineup here tonight, brought to you by Feldmeyer Financial. Coomer Lee, Campano Franco, and Sullivan Silva at the forward spots. Matthew Mozinski in goal for Thunder Bay here tonight. They're coached by Giovanni Petroglia, who's the second head coach in franchise history. He's been the head coach since 2015, was an assistant for a few years under Tony Calistro, that previous head coach who's still in the front office with Thunder Bay. Had a winning record in 15 seasons as the head man at Thunder Bay, and Petroglia was kind of groomed to take his place. Kaw Valley with that 3-4-1 record, coached by Istvan Urbani. You see their starting lineup there, brought to you by Feldmeyer Financial. Tucker Stevenson has had a really nice season so far this year for the Cranes.
He has, absolutely, and especially at home where he's got all but one of the goals scored here at Rock Chalk Park. Certainly a guy that Thunder Bay will have to take account of and be aware where he's at on the field all night long.
Santiago Restrepo in goal tonight for the Cranes. Christoph Urbani in the midfield, out of the Academy of Art, but also an assistant coach for his father. Let's take a look at our keys to the game, Andy.
Well, for Kaw Valley FC, as we've said just about every week so far this year, Tucker Stevenson linking underneath, combining with Eric McWoods at that center forward position. He's so much better when he gets central and not played just out wide as strictly a winger. They've got to get a little more support from the midfield, and I think they'll get that with Miguel Yuste starting centrally this week. He started on the wing last week and then shifted inside after about 30 minutes and was far more effective. Everything was fluid and seemed to flow for Kaw Valley FC. And then for Thunder Bay, they've got to attack the wings. Everything they do is going to be on the counter tonight. They've got to stretch the Kaw Valley FC midfield and defense out wide where they can get wingers running at the fullbacks one-on-one in space. No defender wants to be in that part of the field, and they've got to funnel everything that Kaw Valley FC do inversely out to the wings as well, with Tucker Stevenson looking to tuck inside from the left wing, play underneath Eric McWoods as a second striker or a number 10. It's going to be very narrow the way the Kaw Valley FC want to play tonight. If they can push everything out wide, I think they'll find a little success defensively.
Keys to the game brought to you by CarStar of Lawrence. Thunder Bay trying to build up across the midfield. Luca Mastrantomio with the handle there briefly for Thunder Bay. Now having to retreat all the way to about the top of the box is Mitchell Osman. He'll play it back to Matthew Mozinski, the goalkeeper for the Chill.
Yeah, lots of high press already from Kaw Valley FC in this game. You can see that the Thunder Bay very, very content to pass it around slowly around the back, not looking to get forward too quickly, not taking chances, the risk of opening themselves up, a little bit of space in the midfield. The players on the field, the technicians that Kaw Valley FC have, they can take advantage of that space. So the last thing that the Thunder Bay on the road especially are going to want to do is to open themselves up to that kind of pressure.
Adon now for Thunder Bay. Gives it up, gets it right back. Comes towards the near side. Jean-Philippe Rutabairo is how we think that one goes. Now some possession for Kaw Valley. Eustace going across the field. Far boundary. Up the right side. And they'll try and get some offense set up. Eustace in the middle. A little bit of a mishandle. Ball ahead, misses its mark. And we're looking for Sullivan Silva there. Instead, Restrepo able to come play it from his goalkeeper spot.
So you can already see Thunder Bay very, very content once again to sit back deep defensively. They're going to defend with numbers tonight, try and block up as many of those passing lanes as they can. You make Kaw Valley FC pass everything out wide. You see that's where the space here is on the near side, a massive gap out to Jack Freeman at left back. He's the furthest forward from the back line. Tucker Stevenson all the way out on an island one-on-one. If they're able to switch the ball all the way across the field and change the direction of attack quickly, I think they can have success.
Nice flick ahead for McWoods, who then a little heavy with his touch, lost it across the end line. It'll be a goal kick for Thunder Bay. He'll play it short. Adon bringing it forward. Rutabairo trying to thread the needle, almost did. Looking for forward Marco Coomerly. Now Kaw Valley trying to get something going on the counter. It's a hot day here in Lawrence. Wind straight out of the south. Mid to upper 90s temperatures throughout the region here today. We're right in the dead middle of a heat wave that's going to last for a couple more days. Fortunately for the players, about 2/3 of the field is already in shade, and won't be long before the whole field is in shade. Near side stands, all the fans are fairly comfortable. It's not too bad out here. Nice ball near side for Freeman. Eustace. Now wide to the left side for Tucker Stevenson.
Yeah, ultimately, it's going to come to offside there for Tucker Stevenson, but you can see very, very quickly there, I believe it was Miguel Eustace, when that quick switch across the field just changes the direction, the angle of attack, and forces the defense to begin their defensive rotations. If you're not forcing them to rotate and communicate from right back to left to center back to center back to left back in defensive midfield, then you're never going to have that defensive breakdown that is the genesis for every chance created in the game of soccer. You switch it as quickly as they did there, and you force them to start rotating a little bit. You had a little bit of space. Obviously, the timing on that ball for Tucker Stevenson was off just a little bit from Miguel Eustace, but an encouraging and positive sign from Kaw Valley FC.
Ozinski, play it forward. Did cross the near side touch line, so it'll be Kaw Valley throw in. And now McWoods, UMKC product, trying to make something happen one-on-one.
And he did, all by himself down there, chasing the ball all the way into the corner. Exactly what I was talking about earlier there. No support from the midfield from Kaw Valley FC. As soon as that ball's turned over, you want to see a couple bodies pushing forward to offer a little bit of support and outlet for Eric McWoods. He had no option when he was on the ball other than to try and go one-on-one and then one-on-two and one-on-three once he gets into the box. He did well, though, to earn that throw-in for Kaw Valley FC.
Stevenson was working hard but ended up giving it away. Campano Franco with it on the far side. This will be a throw for Thunder Bay. I beg your pardon. Kaw Valley gets the throw here. Aggressive ball ahead. Could have been a call there as Stevenson was roughed up a little bit there. No whistle, so we play on. Thunder Bay building up from the midfield. Tough ball into the corner.
You can disagree with the call from the ref, but as long as it's consistent for both sides and both teams are working with a level playing field, you can't complain too much.
Yeah, Rutabairo could have gotten a call right there as well. Here's a try from about 22 yards out from Uste.
Yeah, not a bad opportunity there. Didn't have a ton to work with in front of him. You got Eric McWoods kind of running into that left-hand channel, but nowhere really to thread the through ball into the box. Tucker Stevenson well back defensively, putting in his shift defensively. So probably the best option in that moment. You want to see, I think, Uste take another half second to kind of settle himself, get himself over the ball. And I think technique-wise, if you're able to get that knee on top of the ball or even out in front, you're going to really drive it low, and you're either going to hit it off the ground and it's going to skip in front of the keeper and make him really work with it, or you're going to fire it into just under the crossbar.
Right in front of the box. Stevenson able to scoop up the loose ball. Given away in the midfield. Adon. Now over to the Rolly. Rutabairo goes across the field. Thunder Bay will keep possession, but retreat to their own side. Headed away by Kaw Valley FC, and here come the Cranes. Uste gets a whistle.
A little bit slower and more methodical in the counter from Kaw Valley FC tonight. Typically, when they win the ball, those first 3 or 4 seconds afterwards, they're trying to launch something out wide to Tucker Stevens or find Eric McWoods. Or last week it was Alex Durbin playing up top by himself. It's been a little bit slower through the midfield. Everything on the ground. I think they're pacing themselves just a little bit. We saw them run out of gas just a little bit late last week. Obviously playing the final 28 or 30 minutes, a man down after Tucker Stevenson was sent off, played a part in that. But I think lasting for the entire 90 minutes and finishing the game just as strong, if not stronger, than you started is certainly a priority tonight.
Good pass there for McWoods. Kaw Valley FC will try and reverse it. Here's Stevenson. Freeman on his left. Looking for the cross. Deflected away. It'll be a throw in for the Cranes.
It's a good job of attacking that space, though, here on the near side. So much space. Get the ball across from Christopher Bonney to Tucker Stevenson. Then you get Freeman making that overlapping run. Then you've got a 2-on-1 situation beginning to form.
Stevenson hits the deck again and again does not get the call. That time a little more demonstrative in his displeasure with not getting the call. But it's led to a counter opportunity for Thunder Bay, but the shot is well wide from Sergio Campano Franco.
Perhaps we used all the foul calls last week when there were 42 between Kaw Valley FC and St. Louis. Maybe the whistle not in best working order after that last week, but that game got just a little bit chippy. I think the referee probably was responsible for that, though. He called every little ticky-tack foul very early on in the game, and you set the precedent that everything, any contact between players then from that point forward has to be a foul. And so you rack those numbers up and frustrations begin to build, and we saw it in the number of yellow cards that came as well. So I like the fact that he's letting them play just a little bit early on. Nothing malicious, nothing out of line as of yet. That's where he has to draw that line, though, and keep this a nice, clean game, but give it a little bit of flow and momentum throughout the night.
A whistle is going to be blown against Rutabairo. Got underneath Freeman's feet a little bit. Got a word from the official. So maybe thought that was just short of yellow card infraction.
The next one he'll see yellow.
You stay. Plays it out wide to Freeman. Freeman falls again. Now Stevenson takes a hard fall, and this is going to be a yellow. Pedro Adan will go in the book.
Just a real frustration move from Adan there. I think frustrated that that ball that squirted out from Yuste, he's not able to recover it, and rather than continuing the play, just, puts a couple hands into the lower back of Stevenson. I don't think there's anything malicious there, but there's no attempt to play the ball whatsoever, and he is taking the frustration out on the player. Stevenson, a fairly good job of milking what little contact there was there.
Yeah, I think he might have, could be argued he fell a little stronger than the physical contact would have warranted. A foul call here against Kaw Valley FC. In the 15th minute, still early here in the first half. Kaw Valley FC after the throw in. Deep, aggressive ball ahead, but a little too much on that one. Goal kick coming here for Mozinski.
This is a little more what we're used to seeing from Kaw Valley FC. You got the entire forward lineup there right at the top of the 18-yard box, not allowing that short distribution. Going to make Thunder Bay kick it long, just upping the tempo, the stakes a little bit, if you will. And rewarded with it with a quick recovery and going back the other direction.
Yeah, it was a nice header forward by Rutabairo, but nothing but light blue jerseys there for Kaw Valley FC. Another aggressive ball. That one might have found its mark, but headed away by Luca Mastrantomio. Not really many good opportunities for either side thus far. Teams seem to be playing it fairly conservative. As you might have mentioned, maybe conserving a little bit of energy here with the very hot weather. Looked like a pretty clean tackle there. A lot of contact. Stevenson was crashed into by Mattia Rowley.
Yeah, pretty solid tackle there. Obviously, he gets the ball first, keeps his feet down close to the ground is going to be the important part of that. If he's coming up over the top of the ball and getting the ball first, it kind of negates the fact that he gets the ball. Putting your legs, the bottom of your boots into the shin or knee of an opposing player, that's when you're really endangering someone's safety.
So far, the officials are definitely letting him play. A bit of jostling between the two clubs, quite a bit on that play, actually.
That's exactly what Thunder Bay is going to want in that situation, though. They're kind of trapped up against the sideline, 2 or 3 blue shirts, swarming the ball, cutting off those passing lanes, and then Tucker Stevenson essentially bails them out and gives them free relief of all that pressure, and now they get to slow the game down just a little bit, play it backwards, reset everything offensively. It was a very good situation Kaw Valley FC had created for themselves and kind of thrown away for nothing.
It's going to be a call against Kaw Valley FC. Seventh foul whistled of the game so far, just over 18 minutes in.
And we have seen this team struggle to deal with set pieces defensively over the last couple weeks, especially against Des Moines. Dangerous kind of floated balls to the back post. If the first defender doesn't deal with it and it gets headed down into the mob of people right in front of goal, it can be a real mess.
A good ball in, and I believe we had an offside call there.
Likewise, none of that short distribution being allowed by Thunder Bay either. They're going to push that forward lineup, disconnect them from the midfield just a little bit, which is going to open up some space for a player like Miguel Yuste to get into and operate very briefly. It's something to keep an eye on for sure, though. Do Kaw Valley FC recognize that in that situation, and can they take advantage of it?
That's a giveaway in the back third. And a bit of danger, but it goes off the post. Far and away the best chance of the game right there. And so far, Kaw Valley FC still has not been able to clear it. Silva tried the cross, and now Kaw Valley FC able to clear it all the way down the field.
Yeah, they're going against the run of play just a little bit. Right now the field feels like it's tilted just a little bit to the right, and everything's kind of fallen that direction. A bad giveaway there, as you say, from Christopher Bonney. He didn't really have an outlet, though. Had nothing to work with. A bouncing ball comes to him in space with a couple of defenders around. It's building out of the back and playing the possession soccer. It is laudable, but at some point you just have to boot the ball forward and clear it from danger. And to be a little bit hesitant of doing that, I think, was the reason for that chance.
Silva able to get through some traffic. Deep ball ahead. McWood's trying to run it down, but a couple of bounces that will make it all the way to the keeper, Mosinski. Good takeaway there by Yuste. Still double teamed right here, though. Thunder Bay doing a pretty good job of swarming the ball here in the early going. Had the better of the possession thus far. Still no score, though. Tracked down all the way in the opposite corner. Silva trying to make something happen. Pretty good effort there by Rutabairo, who brought it down off his chest, pivoted and fired.
Great little period of possession from Thunder Bay. Obviously here the chance from a couple minutes earlier. Very lucky, by the way, from Santiago Restrepo. He did not have that covered all the way to the far post. He gets rescued by that post there. But you see Thunder Bay able to advance through the middle third of the field almost at will with very, very little resistance. That's not something that we're typically used to seeing from this Kaw Valley FC team defensively. I think part of that is to do with who they've got playing in midfield tonight. Miguel Yuste and Nick James, both very advanced, attack-minded kind of midfielders, and Christoph Urbani kind of by himself back there tonight.
There's Giovanni Petraglia, again just the second head coach in franchise history. Brought him over and let him be kind of the head coach in waiting behind Tony Calistro. As he familiarized himself with North American soccer. You kind of think, Andy, we mentioned the weather, but you would think that would be a advantage to Kaw Valley FC. Thunder Bay, all the way from Ontario, Canada, where I assume it's not 95 degrees today.
Yeah, you would think so, but they've done a pretty good job, I think, of not just controlling but killing the tempo of this game and keeping it very, very manageable for them. Everything defensively is very much in front of them. We've seen a handful of long balls over the top from Kaw Valley FC, not able to connect on any of them. So it's been a very, very manageable, I think is the perfect word for it, pace to this game. And as you see right here, there's no rush to get the ball forward until the space opens up, and then, of course, you have to attack.
Silva's weaving through traffic once again. And a dangerous cross right across the mouth of the goal. And again, still not cleared by Kaw Valley FC. There's, I believe, Silva again. Deep in the box. Dangerous back tap with a lot of traffic. Clean tackle there as Rolly. Silva right at the top of the box. Now finally taken away as James knocks it forward. I was told in my ear it was actually 88 degrees in Ontario today, so guess this heat is kind of parked over most of North America right now. So far, a long shot from Yuste from distance was really the only opportunity at all so far for Kaw Valley FC. Meanwhile, Thunder Bay has had one go off the post. And just a minute or so ago, had a pretty good opportunity in the box. Unable to cash in thus far, though. We're beyond the midway point of the first half. Still no score here at Rock Chalk Park. Nick McCabe with Andy Edwards. Glad to have you with us.
Just far too easy on the giveaway there from Kaw Valley FC. Not a dangerous part of the field, not a complicated pass needed in that situation. Make the simple pass, keep circulating that possession, and force Thunder Bay, again, to rotate defensively until an opening presents itself. And just a lack of patience, I think, from Kaw Valley FC so far. And I think we're starting to see frustration set in just a little bit at being unable to force the tempo of the game on Thunder Bay, to play at such a slow, methodical pace when they're used to playing quick and fast, right in your face. It's certainly affecting them right now, and they're not sure how to respond to it at the moment.
Freeman plays the left side for Tucker Stevenson. 6 goals on the year for Stevenson. James almost had it taken away, but Kaw Valley FC keeps it, but Stevenson was just offside. Well, some missed opportunities thus far for Thunder Bay. They've had the better of the chances so far. That ball off the post. And a dangerous cross there. Marco Coomerly had the shot that went off the post. He was right there in the thick of things on that most recent opportunity as well.
It really has been one-way traffic so far through these first 27 minutes. Soccer is a very complicated game, and typically when something is ailing a team, it's a number of things combining together. But in this opening half hour or so, it really does feel like a lack of energy and effort on Kaw Valley FC's side. As I said, those frustrations from being unable to control the tempo of the game, make it a little bit quicker, a little bit nastier, a little bit uglier, if you will. You know, they're not used to that, and to see how they're going to react to that over the next 15 or 20 minutes, I think will be very, very important and probably tell us a lot about how this game is going to unfold.
And Thunder Bay once again approaching the top of the box. Guillermo Kramer will play it back to one of his defenders, Mastrantomio. Played into the box. Kaw Valley FC unable to clear it away. Now they do, but again, Thunder Bay retaining possession. Try to build up once again. And Stevenson's going to go in the book.
It looks all too easy for Thunder Bay right now, and again, frustration coming out of Tucker Stevenson just a little bit, trying to make something happen when nothing's really happening on the field. But we're seeing a lot of one-man pressing from Kaw Valley FC, and that is, not only is it not helpful and useful, it's actually detrimental to everything that's happening out on the field. It's so easy to pass beyond one person pressing when you've got 2 and 3 teammates right there beside you. The triangles that you start creating with the passes are so simple. It's got to be everybody in unison. The timing has to be down. If you're pressing all by yourself, all you're doing is opening up space, and then everybody else on your team has to then begin to defend and make up for what you've done. And when they're moving through the midfield, the middle third of the field, so easily like they've done the last few minutes, it's not productive whatsoever.
Bonnie sharing his displeasure, the 4th official on the sideline. Chipped into the box, dangerous. And was that again off the post? This one headed away. Still in a dangerous spot for Thunder Bay. Little give and go. Silva, though, sends it across the mouth of the goal.
Santiago Restrepo is going to have to send a thank you card to his left-hand post after the opening half hour of this game. That's twice that he's been bailed out there on the near side. But again, it's a lack of movement from Kaw Valley FC. Nobody rotating to the backside when the cross comes in, and a lot of standing around. And that, from a goalkeeper's perspective, is the worst thing that you can see in front of you. And then it's not cleared immediately after, and it's then again sent right across the face of goal, 6 yards out. It's just opportunity after opportunity, and finally the ball has at least left that half of the field, but not in possession of Kaw Valley FC.
If you're Thunder Bay, you've got to be frustrated that you've had some pretty good chances and haven't been able to put one in the back of the net.
And I actually thought they would have a decent chance for a penalty call on the first ball into the box. I know it was shoulder to shoulder, and a lot of that is allowed, but to kind of barge into the opposition player, I think is really kind of walking a very, very fine line, and it becomes up to the referee's interpretation. In that situation, obviously he deemed it not, and they had a very good chance that resulted immediately thereafter as well.
That was an interesting set piece, and it did create some traffic and a little bit of jostling about 6 yards out. That one's headed away, but still not cleared, and coming up, deflected by Ryan Kellogg. It's going to be our first corner kick of the day.
And they are taking their time getting over there to take it as well. You know, just the shorter that you can make the actual on-field action as a road team going on the road and limit the chances for the home team, it's everything that you want to do. You take every opportunity to do it.
Strong on the corner opportunity. And a whistle be called against Thunder Bay.
Now, the only thing about that is then you push everybody from the back line, the big targets, all the way forward, 50, 60 yards up the field. And when the service coming in, it accomplishes very little, and there's a foul that negates it anyway, then everybody's got to move back defensively. That becomes a source of frustration as well.
Still no score, but a fairly dominant performance thus far by Thunder Bay. Good news for Kaw Valley is the next goal will give a team the lead. It could still be them. Freeman looking for Ustay. I'm not sure that was an acting job there by Ustay. I think he got hung up there a little bit.
Yeah, I think he got some cleats right down the back of the leg, right down the calf. And the quicker the offending player is to get away from the scene of the crime, it is a pretty good indication of guilt in most situations. And yeah, you can see it didn't quite rake down the leg, but he gave him a nice little kick in the back of the calf, and certainly a foul. And if you hit that muscle just right, it'll make you feel like you're paralyzed in the leg, and you're down on the ground.
Woods takes a tumble, trying to connect on a ball in from Daniel Kozma. This is the most extended time we've spent on this side of midfield in a while.
It is, and it essentially resulted in a foul call and then a restart and a couple passes around and then possession given right back. So while they've relieved a little bit of pressure defensively, still nothing to show for it.
Here's a header ahead for McWoods, and off his line out to play it was Mozinski, and he made a huge error as McWoods was able to get to the ball first. And indeed, the first chance for Kaw Valley FC, they are able to cash in, and it's the Cranes that are up 1-0.
Well, you can look at all the stats in the world that tell you how a game is going, shots on target, passes, possession percentage. And in this game, probably about 70-30 would be the possession battle at the moment. But it takes just that one moment right there, a ball forward. Somebody doesn't read it defensively along the back line. Eric McWoods uses arguably his best asset, his pace. He gets in behind and is able to get the first touch to it. Mazinski comes running out. Actually, he does a fairly decent job of making himself big and cutting down that angle. But I think the real error is not getting outside of his box and being the one to boot that ball forward. And Eric McWoods, all it takes is the one pass forward, the one touch past the goalkeeper, and completely against the run of play. Even some would say undeserved at this point of the game so far. Kaw Valley FC, they have themselves a lead.
How about that header ahead by Santiago Sierra? That was a beautiful ball for McWoods, who really showed off his speed. Outraced the keeper to the ball and had basically a wide open net to work with, and he did not miss it. Kaw Valley FC did have a substitution there. Jose Escobedo came off. John Leisman out of Yale has subbed in. I believe Escobedo is a recent acquisition for Kaw Valley FC, just added to the roster.
It'll be very interesting to watch these next 8 minutes as we get towards halftime. What kind of reaction from Kaw Valley FC after going ahead? Do you see a little bit more life, a little bit more energy, a little more encouragement after getting a reward that's probably a little bit unjust in this point of the game? I think, especially if you're Santiago Restrepo, you want to see a little bit more signs of life from everyone in front of you and be able to grab a control of this game just a little bit. You're going to see Thunder Bay have to really start taking some risks and pouring some numbers forward with a little bit of urgency, and that's going to present more chances for Kaw Valley.
McWoods again able to get ahead of the pack, this time playing it back. Yuste will fire. That's deflected away by Mastrantomio. Perhaps a chance for a counter here for Thunder Bay. Yeah, that's got to work as kind of an adrenaline shot for Kaw Valley FC. Get that first goal when you've been on your heels for really the last 20 minutes or so.
And to not have looked alive for a large portion of that period of time, you get bailed out just a little bit. You've got to make the most of it. You can't revert back into the same kind of slow defending and rotations in midfield. A little bit more energy is certainly needed.
And a yellow card for Thunder Bay. Jean-Philippe Rutabairo.
Yeah, it's his third or fourth foul in this game. Pretty persistent infringement there from Rutabairo. Good job by the referee. I think you've got to, if a player makes it so clear that he's just going to continue to hack and hack and hack, you've got to put your foot down at some point.
He was the one that got a talking to after a foul earlier, and you said next time he'll go in the book, and he did indeed. Well, McWoods was sent down on a pretty dangerous play. Mastrantomio got his feet tangled up. No yellow here.
It's the definition of a shoulder barge. He gets the forearm extended just a little bit into the back of Eric McWoods, clearly beaten for pace. McWoods then looking to control the ball and look into the box for someone. I don't think he needed to commit the foul right there. There wasn't really anybody making the run into the box, filling the space that McWoods left when he went out wide. I don't think it was a very dangerous situation, but it's very, very tough to know that if you don't have communication.
So dangerous set-piece opportunity here for Kaw Valley FC. Stevenson tried to put it on goal. It was deflected away. And now cleared out. Kellogg plays it over to Freeman. Now Kaw Valley FC will be deliberate in moving it forward. Santiago Sierra had the great assist on the McWoods goal. James plays it over to the right side as Kellogg gets a touch. Back to Kellogg. John Leisman couldn't chase it down over there on the far side. Be a throw in for Thunder Bay. Whistle gives it back to the Chill. Nearing the end of the first half. Good 20-minute stretch that was absolutely dominant for Thunder Bay. They hit 2 posts, had a couple of other golden opportunities, unable to cash in on any of them. And suddenly just one good ball forward to McWoods. And the goalkeeper making a poor choice to come off his line. And McWoods was able to bury it. And it's Kaw Valley FC with that 1-0 lead.
As a goalkeeper, if you're going to come out, you've got to be the one that gets to the ball first.
Got to get there.
Otherwise, you can stay there and defend the goal, hope that someone else is. And they did. I believe it was Master Antonio making the recovery emergency run across the face. I think he probably could have been there to offer a bit of a hand. So, you know, a very, very unfortunate moment for Mazinski.
That was deflected. Silva was once again penetrating to a dangerous area for Thunder Bay. Restrepo has not really been asked to come up with any big saves. He's credited with one. I think he might have got a fingertip on one of those that went off the post. But he hasn't made a glaring mistake either. And so far, working on a clean sheet. Ball at the feet of Santiago Sierra. Ahead to Stevenson. Third in the league in goals scored. Freeman plays it back to Sierra. He'll go all the way back to Restrepo. Weissman, who subbed in at about the 36th, 37th minute, right after the goal. Now Stevenson with some space on the near side. Stevenson had his shot deflected, gets back to it, tried to cross instead of trying to put it on frame. Might have had an opening to try and sneak it in. Sneak it inside the left post.
Well, that series of chances there, a direct result of exactly what I've been calling for this game and just about every other game. Those long diagonal balls across the field, switch the field of play, the angle of attack, and you open up space. You have space, and you can really use it as Tucker Stevenson cuts inside onto his right foot. You knew from the last 3 weeks here at Rock Chalk Park, first, second, and third on his list of priorities, find my shot, get my shot off. Obviously, the first one being blocked. I think probably having it on his left foot with the second opportunity. He's looking to just cut it back across the face of goal, looking for Eric McWoods. Doesn't trust the left foot to put it either on target or with the same power that he can generate with that right foot. But just very simple. Ball all the way across the field. You find space and you attack it quickly with Tucker Stevenson. Good things are going to happen.
That was, in fact, the goal notwithstanding, perhaps the best offensive series there for Kaw Valley FC of the match thus far.
Yeah, it's actually something they created and worked themselves, not just a bit of a mistake from the center back, a bit of a mistake from the goalkeeper, and you take advantage of it, is they created that opportunity.
Haven't had many stops in play, so just 1 minute of stoppage time here. Kind of a miss hit there from Sierra, but that will be the first half whistle. So again, Kaw Valley FC, not many other ways to put it other than that they were dominated for about a 20-minute stretch there in the middle of the half. But it all turned around when McWoods was able to get free. Goalkeeper for Thunder Bay came off his line, and McWoods was able to put it into basically an empty net. And Kaw Valley FC seemed to get a little shot of energy there. Played much better down the stretch, at least denying Thunder Bay a bunch of opportunities. And it's going to be Kaw Valley FC that heads into the locker room with a 1-0 lead. We'll come back and talk about some first half action. We'll see some highlights. We'll talk about some statistics and more as we continue our coverage of Kaw Valley FC Crane Soccer on Midco Sports Network.
As parents, nothing matters more than keeping our little ones healthy and safe. At Lawrence Memorial Hospital, we feel the same way. That's why we partner with Safe Kids Douglas County to provide free car seat safety inspections, because we know it's the little things that matter most. As your partner for lifelong health, we care for and about you and your family, encouraging safe and healthy decisions today and for a lifetime. Keep your family on the road to a healthy future at lmh.org/partner.
At Crown, we support the community and our Jayhawks. So we're very excited to help them find the perfect car. Stop by today and we'll find the perfect car for you. Crown Automotive, 3400 South Iowa, Lawrence, Kansas.
Meet Doctors Mark Scarborough and Tapas Ghosh. You may know them as two expert physicians from Lawrence Memorial Hospital. But to these promising young soccer stars, they're simply coach. At LMH, our physicians serve as your partners for lifelong health. They care for and about you, encouraging healthy habits and good decisions for a lifetime. Our team is here to help you achieve your life goals and win the game. A healthy future starts at lmh.org/partner.
Back here at Rock Chalk Park. It's the Rock Chalk Park finale for Kaw Valley FC here in their inaugural season. One home match left over at Hummer Sports Park in Topeka coming up on July the 6th. But it's fan appreciation night here in Lawrence, showing the appreciation for the fans that have come out here. And there's a nice crowd actually here tonight. Started as a very hot day, but a nice breeze as the sun's gone down. It's actually turned into a pretty pleasant evening here tonight in Lawrence. And so far, the home fans are happy with the halftime result, at least. I started to say they've been happy with what they've seen. I'm not sure that's entirely true for a lot of the half, but it is a 1-0 Kaw Valley FC lead at the halftime break as we take a look at your first half stats presented by Pods. And it is 1-0 Kaw Valley FC. The stats don't say a whole lot there, I don't suppose.
No, not a ton there. Not a ton in terms of build-up and chances created. The majority of this game has been played in the middle third of the field, and the fouls number there will indicate that certainly. Every time Kaw Valley FC able to get a little bit of possession, build up a little bit of momentum ahead of steam moving forward, there's a foul from Thunder Bay to kind of break that up a little bit, and that's going to absolutely be by design as well. As I said earlier, you want to make the game, the time that the ball is in play, as short as possible as a road team. And for 30 or 35 minutes, they were able to do that very, very successfully and frustrate Kaw Valley FC just a little bit. The two best chances of the game, other than the goal, before the goal, certainly from Thunder Bay. So Kaw Valley FC very fortunate to be 0-0 at that point and then get the goal themselves.
And the shots on goal were not just little dribblers at the keeper. Both of them hit the post with some pace. So a couple of narrow misses for Thunder Bay. Could very well be 2-1 Thunder Bay, but instead it's 1-0 Kaw Valley FC with the halftime lead. We'll take a look at some of those chances and that first half goal from Eric McWoods when we come back here on Midcoast Sports Network.
At Crown, we support the community and our Jayhawks. So we're very excited to help them find the perfect car. Stop by today and we'll find the perfect car for you. Crown Automotive, 3400 South Iowa, Lawrence, Kansas.
Your life is busy enough. I'll make taking care of your eyes easy.
Dr. Kevin Lenahan wants to make it convenient to receive the best eye care and eyewear anywhere. That's why the Spectacle has locations in Lawrence, Tonnanoxie, and Topeka. The highest quality eye care is what Dr. Lenahan and his staff provide. We work with most insurance plans and are open evenings and Saturdays for your convenience.
Let us give you the look you're looking for.
Dr. Kevin Lenahan and the Spectacle, providing you with the best eye care and eyewear anywhere.
You deserve the freedom to choose the healthcare providers you prefer. If you're tired of insurance companies making those decisions for you, come by Sigler Pharmacy today and find out how to get the care you want at a price you can afford. With 2 great locations at 6 and Folks Road and West 18th Street. Come and see us at Sigler Pharmacies today to find out how much you could be saving. Sigler Pharmacy, watching out for your health and your wallet.
At age 65, you can discover a new hobby, share family adventures, or rock on with your friends. It's all good with good health. Plan 65 from Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Kansas makes better health simple. Plan 65 helps bridge the gaps in Medicare by covering out-of-pocket expenses like deductibles and copays. Plus, our proven support makes Medicare supplement insurance worry-free. Go Blue with Plan 65 from Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Kansas.
Meet doctors Mark Scarborough and Tapas Ghosh. You may know them as 2 expert physicians from Lawrence Memorial Hospital. But to these promising young soccer stars, they're simply coach. At LMH, our physicians serve as your partners for lifelong health. They care for and about you, encouraging healthy habits and good decisions for a lifetime. Our team is here to help you achieve your life goals and win the game. A healthy future starts at lmh.org/partner.
Well, doesn't that look delicious? Wonder if we could get that kind sir to maybe bring us something our way. Although you missed the crew meal somehow.
He's got quite an endeavor in front of him there.
Yeah, so you're probably looking at that maybe with the more hungry eye than I. Nice night here at Rock Chalk Park. Nick McCabe here with Andy Edwards. Thunder Bay had a lot of the possession in the first half. Really a dominant stretch of about 20 minutes, from about the 15-minute mark to the 35-minute mark. They really had 90% of the possession on their half of midfield. But it's Kaw Valley FC up 1-0. Let's take a look at some of these first half stats. Coomerly with a shot there that went off the post. Another pretty good opportunity here for Thunder Bay. Chance for Freeman to clear it away there for Kaw Valley FC. Couldn't do it. Another ball that went off the post. And then just like that, Santiago Sierra, a great header ahead for McWoods. And that was not an easy play by Eric McWoods. The keeper made a mistake there, but McWoods did not have a lot of space to operate. Easy to hit that shot wide. Instead, he put it in the perfect location and found the back of the net.
Yeah, typically you want to be able to have a touch to control the ball, settle it just a little bit. It's coming forward, it's going to be bobbling just a little bit. There's the risk of getting under it and hitting it over the crossbar, making yourself look like a fool with such an easy opportunity there. So to take that one first time, it was the only option. One touch, and then the next one, goalkeeper's collecting that with no problem.
Little decent chance later for Tucker Stevenson. But one thing we saw in the first half, maybe not quite to the degree in the last game, but quite a few fouls. We saw it on the statistics, 14 fouls total called between the two teams. And frankly, a lot of fouls in a game that could have been called tighter. There could have been more whistles than what we saw in the first half.
Sure, and I applaud the referee just a little bit for not setting that precedent that every touch of an opponent is going to be a foul. Let them play to a certain extent. But then we saw a lot of off-the-ball stuff. It wasn't so much 50-50 challenges, guys going into it equally, somebody coming out on top and somebody not. But it was a lot of stuff. Forearms here, forearms there, a little bit of frustration from both sides. I think we saw it early from Kaw Valley FC, the fact that they were unable to control the game. They couldn't get the ball outside of their own half. And then those final 5 or 10 minutes of the half after the goal, we saw it from Thunder Bay. Them start to get just a little bit of frustrated to have dominated this game so strongly as they had, to have not found a goal when they certainly deserved one, and then to have given one up on the other half of the field. That's going to frustrate the most mature and veteran of players, let alone young players at this level. So it'll be certainly something to keep an eye on in the second half, as Thunder Bay have to take a few more chances. They're going to have to extend themselves just a little bit as they chase an equalizing goal, and Kaw Valley FC able to have more control and dictate the tempo, the pace, the direction of this game.
So we'll take another timeout, and we'll come back with the second half as we take another look at the halftime stats. Those 14 combined fouls. Not a lot of other action otherwise, but Kaw Valley FC made that one shot on goal count as they lead it 1-0 here at halftime.
Meet doctors Mark Scarborough and Tapas Ghosh. You may know them as two expert physicians from Lawrence Memorial Hospital. But to these promising young soccer stars, they're simply coach. At LMH, our physicians serve as your partners for lifelong health. They care for and about you, encouraging healthy habits and good decisions for a lifetime. Our team is here to help you achieve your life goals and win the game. A healthy future starts at lmh.org/partner.
At age 65, you can discover a new hobby, share family adventures, or rock on with your friends. It's all good with good health. Plan 65 from Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Kansas makes better health simple. Plan 65 helps bridge the gaps in Medicare by covering out-of-pocket expenses like deductibles and copays. Plus, our proven support makes Medicare supplement insurance worry-free. Go Blue with Plan 65 from Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Kansas.
At Crown, we support the community and our Jayhawks. So we're very excited to help them find the perfect car. Stop by today and we'll find the perfect car for you. Crown Automotive, 3400 South Iowa, Lawrence, Kansas.
As parents, nothing matters more than keeping our little ones healthy and safe. At Lawrence Memorial Hospital, we feel the same way. That's why we partner with Safe Kids Douglas County to provide free car seat safety inspections, because we know it's the little things that matter most. As your partner for lifelong health, we care for and about you and your family, encouraging safe and healthy decisions today and for a lifetime. Keep your family on the road to a healthy future at lmh.org/partner.
You deserve the freedom to choose the healthcare providers you prefer. If you're tired of insurance companies making those decisions for you, come by Sigler Pharmacy today and find out how to get the care you want at a price you can afford. With 2 great locations at 6 and Folks Road and West 18th Street. Come and see us at Sigler Pharmacies today to find out how much you could be saving. Sigler Pharmacy, watching out for your health and your wallet.
Let's revisit our CarStar keys to the game. I'm not sure your idea was to allow dominant possession for the other side and then score a sneaky goal, but that's exactly what happened.
No, it wasn't the plan. It's never a plan to go into a game with it. If it works out that way, obviously you will take it, but getting Tucker Stevenson to link with Eric McWoods, we didn't see hardly any of that. One of the big keys, probably the big key for Thunder Bay, was to push everything out wide from Kaw Valley FC, and Stevenson was kind of stranded on an island all the way out to the sideline. That's the only place that he could find space and time to get on the ball, and you'll certainly take him on the ball in those areas of the field. There was no support from the midfield for Kaw Valley FC, and I pointed out a couple of times Eric McWoods would release, and he was the outlet for all that possession in the middle of the field from Thunder Bay, and no one would come with him. There was no one to play it to. He had to go one-on-one, one-on-two, one-on-three, and then from Thunder Bay, they did a very good job of attacking quickly on the counterattack, eating up large chunks of the field with one ball, two ball into space, and having numbers getting forward. So we need to see, again, the word I keep using, control from Kaw Valley FC in the second half as they try to see out this 1-0 victory or add a second goal.
And a giveaway by Ryan Kellogg is going to lead to transition opportunity for Thunder Bay. Each side with a giveaway early. Both of them were in the Kaw Valley FC third. If you're Kaw Valley FC, it seems like a new key to the game might be to just try and avoid that equalizer here in the early minutes, to avoid giving that shot of adrenaline to Thunder Bay. The longer it stays 1-0 Kaw Valley FC, the more frustrated Thunder Bay is going to get that they had a pretty dominant first half but came out on the wrong side of it.
Yeah, the biggest push forward that you're going to see from Thunder Bay will be in the first 5, 10, maybe 15 minutes of the half. They're going to try and throw everything they can at you and try and make up that deficit as quickly as possible, leave themselves with time, and they've shown that they can make the most of it, just not apply the finishing touch on a couple of occasions, but leave themselves time to find a second goal as well. They are by no means, with everything that we saw in the first half as evidence, they are by no means out of this game with only a chance to draw or no chance of coming back. They could certainly win this game.
Soccer, an interesting sport in the sense that if a side dominates a football or a basketball game, it's very rare that they're going to be on the losing end of the scoreboard. Soccer, you see it sometimes where a team just is unable to quite get that finishing touch.
It's a very fickle game. You know, the soccer gods are always watching. They're always, awarding and punishing as they see fit. But momentum is so important in this game. Not just the run of play and the way the game is going, but I think mentally so much, and especially for young players at this level, to have that positive reinforcement to get that goal. We've seen a nice response from Kaw Valley FC, and now in this little passage of play here, they've got numbers for it in a way that they didn't really in the first half. They can build out of the back, they can play it back just a little bit and start to drain that clock.
Kaw Valley FC looking to get back to a 500 record. Come in this match at 3-4-1. We'll have a throw in from just up from the corner. First season here in the Premier Development League of the USL. Chill have been in the PDL since 2000. Good cross, but nobody home for Kaw Valley FC. Thunder Bay didn't look particularly aggressive in bringing everyone forward there. Oh, a dangerous cross there, and it's cleared off the line. It is not cleared off the line. It was a goal. And just what Kaw Valley FC wanted to avoid, the early equalizer.
Yeah, nothing too difficult there from Thunder Bay. Able to get the ball out wide pretty simply. Nathan Heath with a really nice ball in to the top of the 6-yard box, and nobody really picks up the center forward, looking like Sullivan Silva there, and he's just kind of in space all by himself, 5-6 yards out from goal, and it's a very, very easy header. He should probably do a little bit better with the effort and not hit it right to Santiago Restrepo, but in the end, obviously Restrepo not able to keep it out even when it is hit right to him. And it's exactly what we talked about. If you can survive those first 5, 10, or 15 minutes when Thunder Bay is going to throw everything at you, then you've got a chance to see this game out. Now, for all the luck and fortune that Kaw Valley FC rode into halftime to have that 1-0 lead, they've got to do it all over again.
Injured player for Thunder Bay. Defender Nathan Heath, slow to get up. Third official shot on goal for Thunder Bay. Finally put in the goal. Not in the back of the net, just barely appeared to cross the line. Restrepo really had a chance to make that play. Tough to tell from that angle if the ball got all the way across. The rule is correct. The ball has to get all the way across the line.
The entire ball across the entire line, and that looked pretty close there. It wasn't bouncing, and so I think it makes it a little bit easier to make that decision with the ball on the ground a little bit closer to the line. Obviously, not the closest and most direct of angles there, but from that angle, it would look like, based on where Restrepo's positioning was before he dove to the ground, that he would have gotten a hand to it before it crossed the entire line. And to clarify, it was the referee on the far side, the assistant referee, that raised his flag to indicate that it had done. That is his responsibility in that situation with that kind of down the line look at the ball in the line, but not exactly close either. He's quite a distance away,
right.
And to see it with it happening so quickly is very, very difficult. So maybe a little bit of bad luck there from Kaw Valley FC. Now they probably were the beneficiaries last week of a little bit of luck as well in the refereeing department. So you win some, you lose some.
Yeah, I don't think anybody could have been particularly upset about that call either way it went. It was obviously very close. Bang play for the official who, despite the fact that he's a ways away over there on the far sideline, still had a better angle at it than we did.
Indeed he did. Goal line technology everywhere. Let's have it.
Let's do it. So corner kick for Kaw Valley. Stevenson with some space. Tried to go top shelf in the upper left corner and sent it just high and wide.
Not shy about the left-footed shot on that one.
No, looked like plenty of power on the left foot there.
Absolutely, lacking a little bit of the direction, probably the curl that he would have wanted to put onto that one. Tucker Stevenson, if a shot presents itself, he will take it 10 times out of 10. I think if we're coming in from the far side on the left side and he's got that on his right foot, that ball's probably in the upper 90. It's in the back of the net, and we're looking at 2-1 Kaw Valley.
Did catch a deflection, so a corner from the other side for Kaw Valley. Good pass by Stevenson and a shot put on goal, but scooped up by Mozinski without much trouble. Christopher Mani had the shot attempt there. Now goes Stevenson. Might have garnered himself a call there. A little bit of a late whistle from the official. He's all the way down on the ground before the whistle blew. Free kick came near side to Kellogg, who has it back. And now he'll play it deep in the back to Daniel Kozma. Sierra into the midfield, now played back to Kozma. One of those long diagonal balls you like to Freeman. McWoods, a little heavy touch, gave it away, but taken right back by Kaw Valley FC is Leisman, who was a 2/3 of the way through the first half substitute. Was able to take it. Now here comes Freeman. And pretty good tackle there. But it will be another corner opportunity for Kaw Valley FC. They did not have one in the first half.
And it's always very, very interesting to see how teams, especially young teams, react the first 5 minutes after giving up a goal. And so far we've seen Kaw Valley react very, very well, and they've been able to grab control of the game just a little bit and up the tempo.
Long shot and well off the mark by Leisman. You're going to say that caught a deflection as well. So no corner kicks in the first half for Kaw Valley FC, and this will be their fourth in the last maybe 5 minutes.
For the shooter's sake, you want to believe that took a deflection.
Right. He immediately called for it. He immediately said it was. They played short to Stevenson, trying to make something happen one-on-one. He was tripped up, no call. And now here comes Thunder Bay. But good defense by Kaw Valley FC as Nick James got back to take it away. Looked for a moment as if Sullivan Silva, who's caused some problems and has scored the only goal for Thunder Bay, is going to have an opportunity to try and make something happen. He's shown to be very good with the ball at his feet in space. There's the ball ahead for McWoods. And a little too much shoulder-to-shoulder contact there defensively. So it'll be a free kick just off the corner of the 18-yard box. So a pretty good set-piece position for Kaw Valley FC.
And it's not the first time that we've seen Eric McWood's speed and ability to get to spots on the field that really no other kind of forward could with his size and his build and everything. And Luca Mastrantonio now walking a bit of a fine line already with a yellow card from down here right just in front of us in the first half. A very, very similar, almost identical situation. And you've got Kaw Valley FC with a very, very dangerous position for a free kick. It looks like Istvan Urbani's son, Christoph, is going to take this one. And a little bit of brilliance from him last week on a free kick from a similar spot set up a goal for Kaw Valley.
Into the box it goes, but deflected out. Now looking for Silva. Well, this time it gets to him. Able to chest it down to his feet. And Silva has been dangerous, but good defense again that time by Nick James. Unable to clear it all the way out, though. Now crossed to the edge of the 6-yard box. Knocked away by Kaw Valley FC. Looking for Silva from distance. Couldn't connect, and it'll be a goal kick for Restrepo. Tied at 1, a 36th minute goal for Eric McWoods, assisted by Santiago Sierra. Great header forward by Sierra, set up that goal. And Sullivan Silva, nice cross from Nathan Heath in the 50th minute. That was the equalizer. McWoods, nice play. Kaw Valley FC unable to keep possession, though. We're seeing a little more up and down action now the last 5 minutes or so. Good ball for James. James with some space on the right. Looking for McWoods, running into the box. Back to James. James will chip it over to the left. You stay. Now coming out wide to the left. Stevenson will play it back, and Kaw Valley FC will try and reset from midfield. Bonnie. Leisman. Nice crossover move. Couldn't quite get the ball through traffic. Extended run of possession, though, for Kaw Valley FC. And just as I say that, a ball forward looking for James, too deep. No deflection, so a goal kept coming for Mazinski.
I jokingly said in the first half it felt like the field was tilted in that direction, and now we're seeing, obviously with Kaw Valley FC attacking that end of the field, the ball kind of staying down there just a little bit more, and they're able to dictate the not just the tempo of this game, but the direction of this game.
Good long diagonal pass there for Silva, but he was offside.
And it's not just Kaw Valley FC, by the way, that are engaging in that kind of quicker and more wide open game as we kind of see it going end to end just a little bit right now. I think for Thunder Bay, their goal coming into this game, get through those first 45, 55, maybe even 60 minutes at least on level footing, and make life easier for ourselves, and then we'll go toe to toe for those final 30 minutes, and we can, you know, they've shown an ability to play kind of the slow, methodical game, and now we're going to see what they've got in the open field if they're able to really run and gun with Kaw Valley FC the way that they want to play.
Miss hit there from Kellogg. Ends up being a turnover. Now Thunder Bay unable to chase that one down, so it'll be a throw in for Kaw Valley FC. Deep at their own end. Looking for Kellogg. He's intercepted by Thunder Bay, and now here's Silva. Looking for a through ball, but they got all the way through to Restrepo. Urbani to Yuste. Comes out wide right to James. James again with some space. Looking for McWoods. He took a bump, no call. Physical play there from Mitchell Osmond. First time we've called his name today.
Yeah, it looked like a foul from here.
Here at Rock Chalk Park in the 63rd minute. All tied up at 1. Silva against a double team, able to split it. Nifty footwork there from Silva. And now Coomerly. Nice save by Restrepo. Bonnie couldn't keep control of it. On his side to make the stop is Restrepo once again. Had to do a little bit of work in that series of plays.
Now Sullivan Silva goes one-on-one, one-on-two with a couple of defenders out wide, is able to send somebody one direction and cut back the other way. Obviously the shot not coming from him, but coming from the top of the box, and then nobody steps up from the back line or Christopher Bonnie at the defensive midfield spot. You've got to step up into that space with the ball in possession.
James chipping it across. It'll be a corner. 5th of the game for Kaw Valley FC. Those two forwards, Silva and Coomerly, have caused some danger here tonight for Kaw Valley FC.
Yeah, they've got some speed. They've got a little bit of trickery to their game as well. And they can, as I said, they can get you lean in one direction and then just as quickly touch the ball back the other direction and leave you in the dust.
Miguel Yuste is going to come out of the match. Tato Chiaparo will check in for Kaw Valley FC as we take a look at the work from Silva. Be fortunate there was no penalty kick there as Silva took a fall in the box.
And he was looking for the penalty as well.
He was trying to get it. Officials, by and large, have let a pretty physical brand of soccer be played on both sides. There have been a couple of times today that could have been a penalty opportunity for Thunder Bay. One in the first half. A set piece. And that one there. Silva's not going to be able to run that one down. More free-flowing soccer here the last 15 minutes or so. Both teams maybe stop trying to conserve energy to make it to the end of the match, so seeing a bit more aggression from both sides. This will be news to no one, but it was a very hot day here, so both teams kind of seem to try and settle into the match in the early going. In the box, but a slow roller that Mosinski was able to handle easily. Chuparo's fresh legs in the game, trying to challenge a little bit defensively there. And he gets a deflection and a steal in the midfield. Got the ball at his feet, now leaves it back for Leisman. Leisman with some space on the left. Big collision, no call either way. And Thunder Bay able to keep that from going across the end line.
I like the subs from Mr. Bonner-Bonnie, by the way. Obviously, you bring Miguel Yuste off. I think he's a player, obviously the center of the field, the midfield operator, kind of controls and pulls the strings for the entire team. This game has opened up just enough. It's going to be played on the counterattack for the final 25 or so minutes. And so you get Tato Chiaparo on, somebody who's going to eat up just a little bit more space. And you've got Nick James on one side, Tucker Stevenson on the other, fresh legs with John Leisman as well. So they are set up for the way that this game's going to be played with Eric McWoods through the middle. I wouldn't be shocked if we see him come off at some point and they look to get a little bit more size and I think aerial presence in the middle, because just about everything is going to be coming from those wide spaces and crosses.
Played out to the right with Freeman defending. And it's going to be a goal kick for Restrepo.
Substitution for Thunder Bay.
And a substitution for Thunder Bay. This is their first. Evan Sawula will come in. And off comes Marco Coomerly. So fresh forward for Thunder Bay. James plays it off to the right side. Chiaparo. McWoods stepping through the defense. So 1-on-3, puts it on his left foot. Now trying to play it out for Stevenson, but couldn't connect.
Just couldn't create that little half yard of space that he needed to set his feet right and get his foot wrapped around the ball for the shot. Cutting inside onto his left foot, obviously going to be the weaker of the two, but I think he was looking for it right there. But very, very solid defending just to stay in front of Eric McWoods, how quick he is, not just straight ahead, but laterally as well when he's changing directions.
Long diagonal ball for Silva. And a good play defensively. Ryan Kellogg able to poke it out, and Thunder Bay will have to settle for a corner kick. It's their second of the match. 70th minute. Roughly 20 minutes to play here at Rock Chalk Park. Punched out by Restrepo. Urbani tried to clear it away, didn't get much on it. Now headed out towards the midfield. McWoods did a nice job of almost boxing out his defender. And now McWoods racing ahead. He is one-on-one with the keeper. Cuts across to his left foot and an open goal once again for McWoods. He cashes in for a second time tonight, and it's Kaw Valley FC back in front, 2-1. Just absolute brilliance from McWoods. 3/4 of the length of the field.
And a one-man show from him as well. Who was it winning the ball back in the center third of the field with that little bit of extra effort, the energy, the pressure, quickly gets it off to Tato Chiaparo. Great recognition from him, and then wait on the pass to place it perfectly in sync with McWoods, making his run forward to keep him onside. And then McWoods, having already beaten Mozinski once tonight by tapping the ball past him, probably has him lean in one direction just a little bit to his right, and then is able to take that very, very simple touch past him right there. Yep, he's leaning one direction and slotted into an open net. It's a one-man show at the moment from Eric McWoods. And by the way, I was just about to say before that goal was scored, he's put in a heck of a shift tonight, not just on the offensive end, but defensively getting back and doing his work. Deserving of one goal, certainly deserving of two now as well.
I obviously don't know if Eric McWoods is the fastest player in this league, but he's got to be one of them. He is a speedy man, and he showed it off right there. Just outraced two defenders, was clearly onside, but split those defenders and ran right by him. And then poor Mozinski had no help. Not a good situation against Eric McWoods. First goal that McWoods scored, we don't know that he wouldn't have scored, but the keeper certainly made it easy on him.
Yeah, he did, and this is the most,
I think, time there was nothing Mozinski could have done.
Yeah, this is the most direct we've seen Kaw Valley FC play in these 4 home games at Rock Chalk Park. It's been very much about the possession and breaking teams down as they slowly work themselves into the final third of the field. Tonight, the 2 goals scored, obviously the header forward from Santiago Sierra is a bit of a fluke moment, and then you get the quick counter with the ball from Tato Chiaparo ahead right here. But that's the work that I'm talking about right there with Eric McWoods. The effort and the recognition to be in the right space defensively, and then the recognition absolutely to start that 60-yard sprint forward and to present an option for Tato Chiaparo and to finish it that easily and around the goalkeeper that smoothly. He's obviously got a ton of confidence from that first goal in the game, and I wouldn't put it past him that he's very, very likely to find it. Well, as I'm about to say, he maybe has an opportunity at third. He's going to be subbed out here, and he's going to get the ovation he deserves.
No hat trick tonight, but with the right arm all bandaged up, he was able to score both goals tonight for Kaw Valley FC, both in breakaway one-on-one with the keeper type of situations.
And part of that, by the way, is going to be the high line that Thunder Bay are playing right now, is that you can kind of see they've got all 4 defenders within about 5 or 10 yards of the midfield line. Obviously, they're pushing just a little bit more right now, but as you play that higher line, a little bit more aggressive, you're trying to play the offside trap, you're going to leave yourself open and susceptible to those balls in behind. And it's great recognition from both Chiaparo and McWoods to recognize that situation, to play the perfect ball, to be making that run, and to really capitalize on it. You can only handle what is put in front of you by the other team in terms of how they set up and the formation and the tactics, and they've responded to that very, very well and read it as the game has progressed.
Thunder Bay looking for the equalizer here in the final 13-plus minutes. At just 1 minute of stoppage time in the first half. We've had a few more injuries that have required medical personnel to come out on the field to check on the down player, including right here, as Thunder Bay's Pedro Adon is down, and they're going to bring him out. Adon has been busy here tonight. Devin Hewer will check in. I think fair to expect more like 2 or 3 minutes of stoppage time at the end of this half.
If Call Valley FC are doing their job in these final 15 minutes, there'll be a little bit more than that. There will be some convenient cramping going on and a little bit of time to be milked off the clock. Obviously, you know, it is very warm and humid here, and so that will be a real and natural problem for the players. But whatever they can do now, little chippy fouls, extra time on the restarts from Santiago Restrepo, whatever they have to do to slowly drain that clock.
This game had been played in the middle of the day. We might have seen some mandatory water breaks. But as I mentioned earlier, here in the evening, it's not unpleasant at all out here this evening, as a matter of fact. Caw Valley FC trying to make a 2-1 lead stand up. 2 goals from Eric McWoods, who has taken a well-deserved rest on the bench for the duration of this one. As that shot goes well over the goal, let's take a look at both of those breakaway goals for Eric McWoods.
It's a much tougher finish than it looks like. The ball's about shin or knee high, and he's really got to get it perfect.
Really, this finish, in fact, obviously the best part of the play is is this touch right here to get around the keeper. But now he's at a pretty delicate angle there.
And on the weaker left foot as well. So, you know, credit to him. Right foot, left foot. Tonight it didn't really matter for Eric McWoods. Not only did he get the 2 goals, but as I said earlier, he put in a full shift at the center forward position, something that will have pleased Istvan Urbani a ton. And I think that was probably the first couple games that he started here at Rock Chalk Park was probably the part of his game that was missing, was that defensive work. And if you make yourself a complete player, a coach like Urbani is going to see that. He's going to respond.
Antonio De La Torre was trying to run down that ball, and now a giveaway in the back third. De La Torre was the substitute who came on for McWoods at about the 70th minute. Another takeaway. Leisman this time tried to play it out to the left to De La Torre, and maybe fortunate to not get a foul call there. Thunder Bay player did not go down, as it was Luca Mastrantonio who was over there. If he had hit the deck, it might have been a foul call against Leisman. (2-1) Kaw Valley FC. Trying to even their record on the season. Already the 9th match of the year. Thunder Bay's played just 4 coming into tonight, just their 5th match.
It's really good defending right there from Ryan Kellogg to take the defender all the way to the end line. And not give up the not give up the corner kick there. Stay in front of your man. Don't fall for any of the fakes.
Istvan Urbani looking at his squad. So we take another look at
actually Nick James, not Ryan Kellogg.
Defensive work from Nick James.
Even more impressive, though, you know, in a way, to have your guy who's playing wide right on the wing, getting all the way back to put in that shift defensively, see out what is a very narrow 1-goal margin at the moment.
Now some cramping by a Thunder Bay player. He's not asked for a stoppage, just trying to stretch out a left calf, it looks like. It's bent down there. It's hard to tell who that is. Sergio Campano Franco. Offside the call. Was that the call?
I think he called a foul there, and I'm not exactly sure where the foul occurred. And Istvan Urbani, you know, not happy down on the sideline speaking with the 4th official. I don't think he saw it either. At least not that way.
Certainly was hard to believe it was offside on De La Torre. I think you're right, it was a foul call. Giapuro assisted on the second McWoods goal. Plays it back, and Kaw Valley FC will be content to just try and play a little keep away here. Play it all the way back to Restrepo. Six and a half minutes plus stoppage time to kill for Kaw Valley FC, trying to make a 2-1 lead hold up. De La Torre was kind of left on an island of 3 Thunder Bay players surrounding him. Maybe a little bit of an over-aggressive pass there. As the minutes tick by, I imagine it's hard not to get a little desperate, maybe trying to make too much happen. Try and get that perfect pass. Thunder maybe be trying that right there. We're going to have a substitution in a moment. Stevenson at the midfield. Kellogg. Played ahead by Urbani.
Some great patience and composure and awareness of their surroundings right now from Kaw Valley FC. Just able to roll this ball around anywhere they want and find a teammate. And that clock is the public enemy #1 for Thunder Bay at the moment. And it might not be the most productive possession. It might not really be going anywhere, but it is possession. You can't give up a goal when you've got the ball, and you are making them work and work and work to try and get it back.
Time may be enemy #1, but fatigue might be enemy number 1B. So right now, Thunder Bay looks like the guy who's playing tag, and he's tired of chasing people around. They look a little bit gassed right now. Bonnie had it deflected.
It's just an example of why it's great to be, a well-rounded, kind of versatile team. You can shift through the gears, if you will, play a little bit quicker, a little bit more up-tempo, more direct, and get the ball forward the way that Kaw Valley FC have tonight on their 2 goals. And then when the moment calls for it, you can really downshift and you can play that possession game, and you can make it very, very difficult to play against you through so much possession, the simple passes, and that's what we've seen over the last 5 or so minutes.
An unforced giveaway right there on the near side touchline, but Kaw Valley FC able to get it right back. Nice pass ahead. Now Stevenson will chase it down on the right wing from the corner. Waits for reinforcements. Good cross, but deflected away by Thunder Bay. If you're Thunder Bay, you got to get the ball back. You got to have a little desperation as a foul call is going to go Thunder Bay's way. You also got to avoid giving up what would probably be a clinching goal. Kaw Valley FC not going to play very aggressive, but they'll take an opportunity if it's handed to them. A bit of space here for Nicholas Chiapetta, number 9, just checked in a moment ago. '88th minute, nearly 3 minutes plus stoppage time remaining in this one. Kaw Valley FC leading 2-1, 36th minute and a 72nd minute goal, both from Eric Woods. The scoring tonight for the Cranes. Restrepo took about all the time he could before getting chided by the official. Managed to milk another 20 seconds or so off the clock. Given away in the midfield. Nice play by Urbani to take it away. Now he'll play it from the right wing to Chiapuro. And a nice play by him to knock it off of Mitchell Osmond. Keep possession for the Cranes.
Yeah, great awareness and recognition of kind of the situation of the game from Christoph Urbani there to make that really hard 30-yard run forward, put a little bit of pressure, win the ball, and then not just send it into the middle third of the field, into the box at the first opportunity. Take it to the corner just a little bit and continue milking that clock.
Weissman, double teamed in the corner. It's going to stay with Kaw Valley FC. Nearing the full-time mark. Weissman at the top of the box. And he'll play it back to Urbani, who will take a shot but send it wide. Fourth official looks to have prepared his board. Headed ahead, Silva, who's been dangerous tonight. Deflected from the top of the box. Rebound. Restrepo has to make a save. punches it across the end line. It will be a corner for Thunder Bay. It was right at him, but not an easy save for Restrepo. That ball had some pace on it.
Looked like it was moving a little bit too, not exactly a straight liner.
Into traffic. Dangerous right in front of the goal. Thunder Bay maybe wanted a handball there. Can't believe they didn't get the call. Instead, it's going to be another corner as we've reached full time. Again, another dangerous ball. And now cleared away by Kaw Valley.
Chance after chance right now.
4 minutes of stoppage time.
Minutes of extra time. Substitution for Kaw Valley FC.
Well, a few hold your breath moments for Kaw Valley FC.
Yeah, the instincts are going to tell you get back defensively, retreat into that defensive shell, and that is that's sensible in a way, but at a certain point you make it too easy to advance through 2/3 of the field, and you give just a little bit too much of space, and you get stuck inside your own defensive third, and there for a couple of chances for Thunder Bay inside your own 18-yard box, and you can't seem to find your way out. Very, very, very fortunate to have not given up the equalizing goal on that little slow roller inside the far post.
Stevenson comes out. All the way back to the keeper, Mozinski. Thunder Bay will have to build up the length of the field. Tried a long ball, did not find its mark, and now Restrepo will have to be pressured to pick it up. We played about 2 minutes of extra time thus far. Fourth official signaled there would be 4 minutes of extra time, so about halfway through that. Good retreating header by Kellogg. And kept it alive to a teammate. Now turned over as Leisman hit the deck, but given right back to Kaw Valley FC. De La Torre wide open in the midfield. He'll send a ball ahead, but a little off the mark. And it's Thunder Bay back on the counterattack. Giapuro takes it away in the midfield. Bonnie sends it ahead. No call. We played over 3 minutes of extra time. Thunder Bay feeling the sense of urgency right now. Kaw Valley FC needing to hold on for just mere seconds. Headed towards Restrepo. He dives and makes the stop. And he'll be slow to get up. Nearing that 4 minutes of extra time, maybe feigning a little bit of an injury. Restrepo will slowly get to his feet. Official says, come on, let's play. Restrepo will send it deep. Perhaps a little bit of possession here will do it. This is is going to stay with Kaw Valley FC. We played 4.5 minutes of extra time. Had a couple of moments where he could have justified stopping the clock. The whistle could blow at any moment. Looks like they're going to make him play it in one more time. And this time it's going to be Thunder Bay ball. Perhaps one more chance before the final horn. Out of bounds, and that is going to do it. Thunder Bay could not afford to give it away even once, as we had played over 5 minutes of extra time. And so it'll be a 2-1 win for Kaw Valley FC. The Cranes improved to 4-4-1. A couple of goals for Eric McWoods, the difference tonight. We'll come back to wrap things up here on Midcoast Sports Network.
We would like to thank you for attending tonight's match and for your support in Lawrence throughout our inaugural season.
As parents, nothing matters more than keeping our little ones healthy and safe. At Lawrence Memorial Hospital, we feel the same way. That's why we partner with Safe Kids Douglas County to provide free car seat safety inspections, because we know it's the little things that matter most. As your partner for lifelong health, we care for and about you and your family, encouraging safe and healthy decisions today and for a lifetime. Keep your family on the road to a healthy future at lmh.org/partner.
At Crown, we support the community and our Jayhawks. So we're very excited to help them find the perfect car. Stop by today and we'll find the perfect car for you. Crown Automotive, 3400 South Iowa, Lawrence, Kansas.
At age 65, you can discover a new hobby, share family adventures, or rock on with your friends. It's all good with good health. Plan 65 from Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Kansas makes better health simple. Plan 65 helps bridge the gaps in Medicare by covering out-of-pocket expenses like deductibles and copays. Plus, our proven support makes Medicare supplement insurance worry-free. Go Blue with Plan 65 from Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Kansas.
Meet Doctors Mark Scarborough and Tapas Ghosh. You may know them as two expert physicians from Lawrence Memorial Hospital. But to these promising young soccer stars, they're simply coach. At LMH, our physicians serve as your partners for lifelong health. They care for and about you, encouraging healthy habits and good decisions for a lifetime. Our team is here to help you achieve your life goals and win the game. A healthy future starts at lmh.org/partner.
Kaw Valley FC made a goal in the 72nd minute from Eric McWoods. Stand up for the duration of the match, even through over 5 minutes of extra time. And they claim a 2-1 victory here today in their home finale here at Rock Chalk Park. One home game left. That'll be at Hummer Sports Park on Friday the 6th. Let's take a look at those McWoods goals, as the 72nd minute one was the second of the night for him, both in similar situations where the keeper was faced against Woods one-on-one. That time the keeper Mosinski came off his line, made a strategic error there, and McWoods made him pay. He started this play defensively, Andy, and then was able to get the feed from Chirapuro and put it home once again.
Yeah, defensive line always starts with that guy up top. You've got to set the tempo. You've got to set the pace defensively. You've got to be that first line of defense. And Eric McWoods getting back, doing his defensive duties in the middle third of the field, wins the ball, quickly lays it off to Chiaparo and recognizes the situation, recognizes the space in behind, and on the same page with Chiaparo, and just a very, very simple ball into space. And then it's up to the goal scorer to do it on his own, and he makes it look really, really easy.
McWoods, the 2 goals tonight. Santiago Sierra, the assist on the 36th minute goal in the first half. Tato Chiaparo with the assist on the second and game winner. Your full-time stats presented by Pods. Run of corner kicks, 4 of those came in like a 3 or 4 minute stretch for Caw Valley FC. They end up not having the better of the shots on goals. Restrepo had a pretty nice game. Maybe had a chance on the 1 goal for Thunder Bay to keep that out. Might have. In fact, a tough call there for the far side official to have to make as to whether that ball actually crossed the goal line. But either way, a solid effort from Restrepo, and he took some bullets there in the final 5 minutes or so.
Yeah, it was a game that really swung back and forth drastically in kind of 30-minute increments in this game. The first 30 minutes belonging to Thunder Bay in total control, and then Caw Valley FC not long before halftime gets somewhat of an undeserved, kind of fluky goal, and they take that into the second half, and immediately it's back with Thunder Bay. They equalize, and the game opens up a ton, and it's end-to-end, and it was Caw Valley FC who were able to, I think, better take advantage of that space that opened up in behind the defenses, and Eric McWoods, easily the best player on the field tonight, gets the 2 goals and absolutely the player of the match.
Final game of the season here in Lawrence for Caw Valley FC, and they make it a good finish to the homestand as they win it tonight 2-1, and they even their record to 4-4-1. For our producer and director Anthony Giassi in the truck, and our entire Midco Sports Network crew, my partner Andy Edwards, Nick McCabe saying so long from Rock Chalk Park. Caw Valley FC, the Cranes, get a 2-1 win. Eric McWoods with both goals tonight for the Cranes. And it's Caw Valley FC celebrating the victory here tonight.
Your life is busy enough. I'll make taking care of your eyes easy.
Dr. Kevin Lenahan wants to make it convenient to receive the best eye care and eyewear anywhere. That's why the Spectacle has locations in Lawrence, Tonnanoxie, and Topeka. The highest quality eye care is what Dr. Lenahan and his staff provide. We work with most insurance plans and are open evenings and Saturdays for your convenience.
Let us give you the look you're looking for.
Dr. Kevin Lenahan and the Spectacle, providing you with the best eye care and eyewear anywhere.
You deserve the freedom to choose the healthcare providers you prefer. If you're tired of insurance companies making those decisions for you, come by Sigler Pharmacy today and find out how to get the care you want at a price you can afford. With 2 great locations at 6 and Folks Road and West 18th Street. Come and see us at Sigler Pharmacies today to find out how much you could be saving. Sigler Pharmacy, watching out for your health and your wallet.